Yo, if you unlike the stream, Drex, that's a good question. If you like it, and then you gotta like it first before you unlike it, unless you're saying dislike. If you dislike the stream right off the jump, then your next gacha roll, you'll get a 5-star, but it will be a 5-star you don't want. So maybe it's a waiver that you already have, maybe you don't want a waiver, or maybe you have a 5-star that you absolutely hate. That's what would happen. Now, if you like and then unlike it without disliking, then you're just gonna be in a neutral place, I guess. What's up, Drex? How you doing? It's been a while. I haven't streamed in like 3 weeks, so I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things because next week Ordeal Called 2 is coming out, and of course I like to stream the main chapters and do the whole thing, or at least try to do the whole thing in one go. Yeah, that's why I might as well stream today because Guildfest or this Lotto event just came out like 12 hours ago or so. So I was like, yeah, might as well stream it just so I could get back to, you know, being used to streaming. So when I stream for Ordeal Call 2 next week, you know, I'm back to being used to streaming. So doing okay, I guess. That's good to hear. Any gacha rolls lately? Because I mean, this past month, what, Arjuna Altar, Valentine's a little bit earlier on. Really nothing going on that crazy. I mean, unless you wanted Arjuna Altar, I guess, or when Merlin got a run banner for White Day. Unsure if you rolled their Drex, but tried quite a few rolls for NP4 Arjuna Altar. Oh, you didn't get an NP4 Arjuna Altar. That's unfortunate. I mean, what NP level do you have Arjuna Altar already? Still at MP3? Oh, wow. I mean, MP3 is good. MP3 is still amazing. And I've said this in the past. MP4, you know, if you want to go for MP4, more power to you. For me, NP4 would just bother the shit out of me. Like, I like NP3 because it's down the middle. Whereas NP4, I mean, you're right there. You might as well NP5, right? So I feel like if I had like an NP4 5-star of a character I really like, that would bother me a lot. But that's why I usually stop at NP3. If you notice, if I don't go NP5, I just stop at NP3. Yeah. NP4, I get it. You're closer to NP, but that's why I don't like it, because you're so close, but you're not quite there. But I get why, statistically or like logically speaking, it is better than NP3. So I get it. How many quartz did you use? Quartz tickets. You said you only did a couple, or you said quite a few rolls. That tells me that maybe about 100, maybe. I don't know. That's crazy though. I threw a couple of singles, and when I say a couple of singles, I mean a couple of multi-shots as well. I'm back at 0 quartz in any, which I'm not really worried about because they have a bunch of quartz saved up in the present box. But I was trying to get the 5-star CEs, and I ended up getting an NP3 Arjuna Altar, so 60 quartz. It's okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Didn't get, I assume you didn't get spooked or anything that wild. Hopefully you didn't. Nobody likes a spook. Then over in JP, I'm not even sure if you play JP, but JP, there's really nothing going on currently that I care too much about. So everything is going into Ordeal Call 2 next week. I should say for summer now, I guess. Yeah, probably. Are you rolling for anniversary for Arcuid by any chance? Because you kind of just skipped over anniversary and just went straight to summer. Because I mean, I get it. Summer is, that's the money banners right there this year. They get 3 5-stars. Each of them are good in their own right. Whether we're talking character wise or just like gameplay wise, I mean, that just all around great characters. The summer is gonna be crazy with the free sync quartz it gets. I mean, with how many quartz we get for anniversary, you should be good for at least one of the 5-stars from summer. I don't know who exactly you're going for. Probably not all, in maybe like 150-ish sync quartz or so save rest. Oh, I see. Yeah, because I'm gonna be going for all of the summer 5-stars. At least I'm gonna try to. But we're gonna see what happens post Arcuid, because Arcuid I want to roll for. I'm really thinking about it. I was like, do I really want her? But at the same time, once she drops, I know I'm gonna want her. You know, it's one of those things where At least in NA, this is usually the case where there's a 5-star that's like coming out in a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, and I'm just like, I kind of want to roll, but I could skip out on her or him. And then they finally come out, and then you're just like, fuck, I could spare a couple of singles. That's probably what's gonna happen. Because as you know, as cool as Arcuit is, from a gameplay standpoint, she's not like crazy must-have. You need her right now, right this minute type thing. Whereas like the Summer Servants, specifically Ibuki and, in my opinion, Summer Scotty, those two you need to get. You need to get. Pearl Merlin's great too, but she's like not as necessary, I'd say. Yeah, Summer Scotty, Pearl Merlin, Ibuki. That's what I'm saying though. That lineup there, they did us dirty. They did us dirty with that lineup. They knew what they were doing. Like, bro, I'm actually curious. I gotta check like 2 years ago how much profit did they make with those 3 banners at the time, and I mean till this day. I still don't like the fact that they did 3 summer banners back to back. What's up, Sean? How you doing, Sean? So use less for Arcuit. I mean, that's probably what's gonna happen. In JP, I was lucky enough to pull 3 of her, NP3 her, and then got 2 out of the 3 summer 5-stars. With Summer Ibuki, I actually NP3'd her. So I was really lucky across those banners, and I'm pretty sure I just did not go for Proto Merlin, or not Proto Merlin, for Summer Scotty. Forgot the reasoning why. But I just ended up not going for her. Maybe because Lostbelt 7 was like, at least at the time, it felt like it was pretty close. But in hindsight, it wasn't like that close, but it was close enough to where I wanted to save. Man. Yeah, but Summer Scotty said that's fair. When I saw that final art, I was like, dog. A lot of people were like, dog. They were like, no way I'm skipping out. I don't know how I skipped out on her. I must have had like the willpower of the gods 2 years ago, because I feel like this year for NA, I'm probably not skipping out on anybody. I'm gonna go for Arcuit, hopefully get lucky with her, right? And then all 3 5-stars for the summer. At least 1 copy of each, but then with Ibuki, I'd like to get at least NP3 with, at least. I think that's the goal. What's up, Aniko? Hey yo, how's the farming? It's going all right. I mean, I haven't been farming too much, if I'm gonna be honest. But the event just came out, so I literally have like 2 weeks of farming, and at the same time, I don't really need any of the materials, or the QP for that matter. But you know, when there's a lot of event, you got to take advantage. Whether or not you need it, it's always good to take advantage, because in the end of the day, at some point we're gonna need the QP or the EXP or certain materials. So it's just good to stockpile while you can. How much ink quartz you got for summer? So the thing is, I'm really banking on anniversary to have my back, because if you didn't know, in this year's anniversary for NA, we get 3 quartz for every servant we have trained, not counting, or when I say trained, I mean max ascended. You don't have to get the max leveled or like max skill leveled. You get 3 sane quartz for every servant you train, not counting free servants, not counting welfare servants. So if you look at your account and if you do the math, multiply those servants by 3, that's how much sane quartz you're gonna get. So the other day I was looking at the servants and, you know, subtracting the freebies and the welfare servants. Again, for every servant you have trained, you get 3 quartz, not counting welfare. So I had about almost 200 servants trained. So if you multiply that by 3 sane quartz, 600 quartz. So by anniversary, I'm guaranteed 600 quartz right off the jump. So I think I'm gonna take that 600, just keep it in the present box and save that for summer. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to willpower it, and whatever I have at the moment, once Arcuit drops, that's all I'm gonna be using on Arcuit. That way I could have 600 guaranteed for the 3 summer banners. I don't think 600 is gonna be enough to get an NP3 Ibuki and 1 of each other summer 5-star, but a man could dream, you know, a man could dream. I'm on the struggle bus for materials and QP, so I'm just gonna do my best. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a smart thing to do. Does it also count for NP levels too, or no? NP levels, no. Literally all your servants could be NP1. You're still guaranteed 3 Saint Quartz for every one of those servants trained. Whether we're talking about 1 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. Doesn't matter what their NP level is. As long as you have them max ascended, you get 3 Saint Quartz each. Which some of you guys might be like, oh, that doesn't even sound like a lot. 3 Saint Quartz only? Like Lazangle, Aniplex, what are you doing? But again, if you've been playing for a while, you have a lot of servants. That's actually a lot of Saint Quartz. When that anniversary first dropped in JP, a lot of people had a fuck ton of quartz. Especially like whales, you know, whales have like all the servants in the game, all max ascended and everything. That's a lot of Saint Quartz. If you're like a newer player, obviously that's not a lot. But if you've been playing for a hot minute now, that is quite a bit. I got most of my servants trained, almost all, I guess. Yeah, see, so if anything, even if you don't need the QP or the materials or whatever from this event, you should use this Lotto event and the time between now and anniversary to train every servant, even if you don't like the servant. Let's say you don't like, I don't know, Astolfo for some reason. You know, just like me. I'm not a huge fan of Astolfo. It might be a smart, you know, decision to train him just to get that Saint Quartz, just to, like, you know, 3 Saint Quartz isn't a lot, but in the long run, it's going to stack up, you know? So, definitely use this Lotto event to do that. Is Arquid worth NP5ing? I said this in my best 5 stars of this year video, and, you know, I've been saying this a couple of times throughout the 2 years that Arquid's been in the game, and most people seem to be in the same agreement. The thing about Arquid is her skills are great. Her looping capabilities are great. Her biggest weakness is her damage output. She, compared to other buster or just farmers in general, her damage output isn't the best. Even with the Black Grail, even with Double Coin Skya, and the whole shebang. So, the only way to, you know, increase her damage output at that point is to get her as high as possible in terms of NP levels. So if you are able to invest that much Saint Quartz, that much tickets, and that much money, if you do decide to whale on Arquid, then it's not a bad idea to go for NP2, NP3, and if you really want to go there, NP5, if you want to go there. So if you're gonna be going for her and you're gonna stop at 1 or even just 2 copies, this is coming from somebody that has her NP3 grailed in JP. You should probably at least get her NP3, at least, because again, her damage isn't the best, so you want to get her at the highest level that you could possibly get her in terms of NP, if you want to make sure she does decently in farming. In the long run, Melusine is still probably going to hit harder than her, or not even probably, is going to hit harder than her. So if you have Melusine NP3, NP4, NP5, and you're completely okay with her being your main farmer, then going for Arquid isn't really, from a gameplay standpoint, worth it. But if you want her for collection purposes, because she is Arquid, she is the main heroine from Tsukihime, she is an amazing servant in other respects, you know, she has some support capabilities, then, you know, that's justified, very justified. Yeah, it finally got me to level up Calamity Jane. Ooh, nice. Calamity Jane, very underrated 4-star servant, in my opinion. Isn't Ibuki a better farmer? Are you talking about Saber, or I assume you mean the summer version? Yeah, the summer Ibuki is regarded to a lot of people as the best farmer in the game. At least even if you're just looking just strictly at arts, people say she's definitively the best arts farmer in the game, which it's hard to argue against. In my opinion, it doesn't really matter who's the best. If they could farm, they could farm. Doesn't really matter, in my humble opinion, but most people would agree that Summer Ibuki is indeed the best farmer. So if you're in desperate need of a great farmer, invest in getting Summer Ibuki for sure. Hot take though, if you already have Spacious Star, another arts farmer of course, if you already have Spacious Star NP5, or Summer Musashi even NP5, Summer Kama NP5, if you already have a really strong arts looper, in my opinion, Ibuki isn't worth it. Ibuki is gonna hit harder than them, don't get me wrong. That's like her main selling point. She could loop and she hits harder than her other fellow loopers. But if you already have like this maxed out NP5 120 grailed Summer Musashi, Spacious Star, Summer Kama, then in my opinion, you know, trying to get an NP5 Summer Ibuki is like putting a hat on a hat. Like, why would you do that? Unless you really like her. If you really like her like I do as a character, from a design standpoint, whatever, then knock yourself out. I was a hater with Jane because on the first banner she shared with Spacious Star, I kept getting her and got no Ishtar. Yeah, I mean, that will do it. That'll do it. That's like the curse of every 4-star that's in a banner with a really coveted 5-star. You know, people always get the 4-star and then they start hating on the 4-star, which you know, it's human nature, whatever. I got Spacious Star eventually, but didn't level up Jane out of spite. I get it. I mean, I've been there for sure. After what, 8 years, almost 9 years of playing this game, which is fucking crazy, right? After 9 years of playing this game, I've been there quite a few times, so I get it. Shit, there's still characters I still don't level up out of spite. I still don't have a Stoffel Saber or a Salvo Rider leveled up because I don't like him, but you know, it is what it is. Someday I will get around to training him if I'm ever desperate for that little bit amount of quartz. You know, why not? Did you watch Dune 2? Dude, I didn't even watch Dune 1, bro. So like, that should be your first question. That should be your first question. I didn't even watch Dune 1, to be honest. Sorry to disappoint. Haven't been really watching much lately. Besides, like, in terms of anime, Frieren, I guess. That's it. That's all I've been watching. I don't get that reference, Drex. I'm not even gonna attempt to read that. I don't even know what that says. That looks like Middle Eastern or Indian or something. Not sure. It's a meme. Oh, well, okay, that explains it. I'm very uncultured, I guess. Just level him up for the stuff and banish him to the Shadow Realm. I mean, second archive. I could, but I don't know if I want to, you know, give him that satisfaction, you know. I guess I could level him up eventually and then just throw him in the second archive. My second archive is already full of EXP cards and just random shit, so if I ever make the space, I guess. I'm waiting for like anniversary when there's like a ×4 success rate for super success and whatnot, and then I'll take all that EXP out because I still want a 120 other servants later down the road. Tiamat, of course, next year. That's like the main goal next year. Fuck every other well, him, or like I should say her and Kire. Those are like the two big goals next year. Everyone else is like a bonus. Like Kukulkan, I would like to get her, but she's kind of just a bonus. It's all about Tiamat and Kire, to be honest. It's pretty much the name of the Freeman Messiah in the story, but it's mean because of Javier Bardem. Or Bardem? Okay. Interesting. Gotta be real. Still not quite sure if I get the joke, but again, I'm uncultured. I'm sure it's a meme that everyone knows, but your boy's been off the grid, as you could tell. I haven't streamed in almost a month. Almost a month. That's crazy. Time flies, bro. Fuck. But there really hasn't been anything to do in both NA and JP. Like JP, arguably, like there's like a new event going on with Charlemagne and whatnot for Kalia boys, but I didn't really feel the need to stream that because I didn't even roll for the banner. It's on a main story chapter, so like I didn't feel the incentive to stream that. And same thing with NA. The good thing about NA, at least this year, is that the NA localization team decided to give us a roadmap for the next coming events for the next couple of months, so that's good because a lot of people were worried that there would be a lot of dead weeks in between each event, which there probably still will be in the second half of this year, but at least for the first half of this year leading up to anniversary, they were pretty clear, like, yeah, these are going to be the events coming out, so don't worry. Literally after this event is going to be the next event right off the jump, which is interesting. I usually don't like back-to-back events, but for the sake of the collective, for the sake of everyone else, for everyone else's sanity, I'll bite the bullet and just be happy that everyone else is happy to see a bunch of different events. Went to my local Comic-Con. Nice. It's always fun to go to a convention. Saw some FGO keychains, posters, stickers. Nice. Saw a badass Karna poster, by the way. That's cool. Last convention I went to was... Oh, man. What was it called? It was back in January. I should remember this. It was only 2 months ago. But my memory isn't what it used to be. But I met the voice actress of Rin, or the voice actress of Ishtar Rishgal by extension. The Japanese voice actress, I should specify. And I got her autograph. I met her. She was really nice. I was very nervous because she's like in the fake community, and I guess the anime community as a whole, she's like a veteran, you know? So I was just like, holy shit, I'm meeting one of the OGs. No, Anime Expo was like last year, July. The event I was talking about was only 2 months ago. It was like a smaller convention. It wasn't like Anime Expo or Comic-Con or Evo or anything like that, but the guests were pretty OP. Like, I mean, come on, just kind of waited by herself. Like, that's already an OP ass, an overpowered ass guest. LA has a lot of cons. So yeah, no, the California area in general, we have a lot of anime conventions. Anime LA, Anime Expo, of course. I'm forgetting what the what the event is I went to, but you know, it is what it is. And I saw a lot of FGO, you know, merch as well, posters, fan art, and whatnot. I don't remember if I bought anything. I'm pretty sure I did. I just don't remember what it was. Like literally only 2 months ago, and I can't even remember the damn name of the event. That's crazy. Bro, all these events are back to back. I almost am wishing for a dead week. That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand what they have until it's gone. Like dead weeks, like even just 1 week of nothing to do, I appreciate that, because you could use that week to, I don't know, play other video games, catch up on homework if you're at school, pick up hours at work if you need money, you know, stuff like that. Whereas like events back to back, like, yeah, it's cool, I guess, but fuck. I forgot all the guild merch you bought. Did I buy any guild merch? See, I don't have, you know, every single guild thing in the universe, but it's getting increasingly hard, or increasingly harder to find like new guild merch that I don't already have. So I'm almost confident I didn't buy any guild merch, just because I have a lot. Like, if guys, literally, I have a video. I have a lot of guild stuff, as you can see. So, but like, I have an entire wall dedicated to him. So, I have a lot of his shit already. So I don't really like find new stuff typically. I did wear a lot of my like, I had my guild jacket on. I had like my guild bag on. And a lot of people, or a decent amount of people, were like, yo, nice guild stuff. And I was like, hey, thank you, bro. Like, I was getting some mad respect from fellow guild fans. Like, there were a couple of artists at like Artist Alley who were like, yo, I respect the guild swag. I was like, hey, thank you, bro. I think somebody literally said Gilga drip. He was like, yo, I like your Gilga drip. I was like, hey, thank you, bro. Shit was pretty lit. He literally has the treasury about. I like to think so. Again, I have an entire wall dedicated to Gilgamesh, Enkidu, just the Babylonia squad in general. So I like to think, you know, my collection is pretty respectable, I suppose. At first I only had like one display case of guild stuff, and I was pretty satisfied with that. But then one day I went online, and then I saw this really cool Gilgamesh like room, not even like a shrine, just a whole ass room. And I was like, yo, I need to step up my game, because I can't be calling myself one of the biggest Gilgamesh fans in the world and I only have one display case dedicated to him. So like, I decided to dedicate my wall to him, or one of my walls. Thank you, Aniko Serenity, for subscribing. Thank you very much. By the way, if you subscribe, you know, if you like the stream, you're guaranteed a 5-star in your next Gacha rolls. But if you subscribe, dog, the next year will be the luckiest year of your life. Just letting you know. Starting today, starting March 15, 2024, all the way to March 15, 2025 next year, your luck is going to be off the charts. Hopefully I'm not jinxing you right now, so knock on wood. But you know that's what I like to claim in my channel, you know. So if you're not subscribed for whatever reason, or if you didn't like the stream, then what are you doing? I thought I already did. My bad. Oh, it's all good, bro. You know what my mother used to say. You know what I'm saying? Better late than never. So you know, it doesn't matter as long as you subscribe at some point, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next year. Doesn't matter. I don't believe in shrines or idol worship. Not very Christian. I get it. I mean, you know, you can make a shrine to Jesus. You know, I could respect that. In fact, outside my room, because my family's Catholic, we have like a Jesus. I don't even know what to call it. I guess a shrine. Yeah, that's probably the best word, right? Jesus shrine. Give me that luck for Scotty roll. Summer Scotty. Yeah, come back to me when I stream the summer gacha rolls, because usually when people roll with me, the people who are rolling with me usually get better luck than I do. It's like you guys drain the luck out of my stream or something. So, just wait till then. Oh, both? Okay, that goddamn. Yeah, go do that. Go do that. NP0 Scotty. Hey, if you could at least get Summer Scotty. Summer Scotty's arguably better than normal Scotty in terms of enabling quick looping. But if you could get both, you know, that's the ideal right there, you know, getting both. Yeah, literally one Star Wars poster in my room. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I mean, I respect it, you know, if maybe you don't have the space for it, or maybe you would rather spend your money on other things. I get it. I'm not gonna judge nobody. It's just me. You know, I can't be calling myself a huge Gil fan if I don't rep him, you know. That's just me though. That's just me. I'm not saying other people have to follow that line of thinking, but you know, I'm very OCD when it comes to certain things. I'm NP0's Hokusai. I think her banner's coming back soon. I think she is too. I haven't really been paying attention on like rerun banners, but I think every 5-star, if I'm not mistaken, every 5-star besides Benny, was it Benny Enma? I think it was Benny Enma. Every 5-star is getting a rerun banner this year, so Hokusai is definitely soon, I suppose. So good luck with Hokusai if you decide to roll for her. I don't know if you should. I got quite some books though. Oh, you're a book reader? Unfortunately, due to my ADHD, trying to read a book is very difficult. Even reading manga. Like manga should be a lot easier to read than like a book. Reading is very difficult for me. So unfortunately not the biggest reader. I probably should try to, because reading is apparently very good for your like mental state and like just, you know, exercising your brain and whatnot. But your boy's ADHD won't let it happen. Won't let me retain information. My bookcase is full at least. That's cool. That's cool. What's your favorite book? I'm gonna see if I know the book. I probably won't know. Not counting manga, because if you say like, you know, One Piece or something, it's like, okay, no shit. But what's your favorite book, dog? Bruh, I deal with auditory hallucinations. That's kind of serious. I hope it's not that crazy. Past fave book series is a song of, was that Ice and Fire? Is that, I was gonna say, is that Game of Thrones? I don't think it is. I think there's like a chapter with that say, oh, it's Game of Thrones. Okay, there you go. It was Game of Thrones. I'm surprised I knew that. That's I swear I didn't Google that. I just happened to, but I guess, you know, Game of Thrones is pretty popular, and that's kind of an understatement. A very popular series. I guess I shouldn't be that surprised I didn't know it. Yeah, I watched the TV series. I obviously didn't read the book for, you know, obvious reasons that I just discussed. But I decided to watch it a couple years ago. And I've been avoiding it because I heard the ending is hot garbage. And for me, 9 times out of 10, if the ending is trash, I don't care if from beginning all the way to towards the end it was a 10 out of 10 show. If the ending is trash, it ruins the entire show for me. So I finally bit the bullet, decided to watch Game of Thrones. I was like, fuck it, you know, let's do this. Watched it. Spent I don't know how many hours of my life dedicating to it for about a month. And let's just say that not even like the ending, like that whole last season and a half, fucking garbage, dog. I don't even know like what to say besides that. Like that kind of encapsulates my entire feelings on the show. And like you said, the books are definitely probably more, not even probably more, they are superior, just because like if I'm not mistaken, the last season or two of Game of Thrones for the TV show were like, you know, TV original, like kind of like what they do with anime, like anime original. Because the books, if I'm not mistaken, they're not done yet. So when the TV show caught up with the books, they had to pivot again, kind of like what they do with anime and manga. I did not like that last season. That last season was hot garbage. Yo, what's up, Emilio? It's been a while, dog. I've been off the grid. I understand. I get it, but I'm just here to stream for a little bit, maybe just an hour, maybe an hour and a half, just to daddy chill, and get used to the groove of streaming, because Ordeal Call 2 is coming out in about 5 days. So I wanted to, you know, get my feet wet in terms of streaming. That way, when I stream for Ordeal Call 2, I'm not, you know, I'm not like a beginner anymore. You know, I know what I'm doing. I know how to talk. Finally catching a stream. How have you been? I've been all right. Really nothing else to update any of you guys on, as far as like, you know, I've just been okay. I've been nothing bad's happened, nothing good necessarily has happened. It's just been pretty all right, just neutral. Gacha rolls have been all right too. I got Arjuna Altar when I wasn't trying to, but it is what it is. I know, I'm excited. It's good to see you. Thank you, Emilio. It's good to talk to you too. It's good to talk to you too. Let's put it like that. And everyone else, of course. Yeah, it's very fun. Otherwise, just been chilling. Nothing really to update on, I guess. Trying to think. Like my life sounds so boring right now, but I swear there's like nothing going on. Have fun with Ordeal Call. I only play on NA, so I'll wait my turn. Yeah, the first Ordeal Call was pretty fun. It was a lot shorter than I thought it would be. I'm kind of hoping Ordeal Call 2 is going to be short as well, because as fun as it is to do like the 8-hour Lostbelt streams, I'm not trying to do that anymore. like that's a bit too long. Like I'll still do that for when Lostbelt 7 comes out for NA. Like I'm down for like the 8-hour, 10-hour streams, but Jesus Christ. Like at least only once or twice a year. I don't want to do that a lot. Are you doing a 9-hour Lotto stream, a Lotto farming stream tonight? No, just probably like an hour, 2 hours at most. Like I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to burn myself out for when Ordeal Call 2 comes out in a couple days. Yeah, when I forget which stream was it, or which what chapter was coming out. I think it was Lostbelt 7. Like if you go back and watch those streams, because it was divided into like 3 different parts, those were hell. Those were hell on earth. So I don't want that to happen again. Because I think I remember one of those streams, I came out of there with like a back issue for like, no, it was a shoulder issue. My shoulder was hurting for like 2 weeks straight. And it's just because of like just sitting here and like not stretching. You know, that's on me. Like obviously that's on me for not getting up and stretching and taking breaks, but never again. never again. Let's never do that. And dealing with arthritis, so now I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not. I have a friend who's like only a year younger than me, so he's in his mid-20s. And ever since I met him, he's always had like a back issue or something. And then we come and find out he has, I forget what it was called, but it's like a chronic back issue that really old people should be the only people getting it. But he's like in his mid-20s and he already has it. It's like, holy shit. You need to eat better. You need to exercise more. And that's me talking. Kind of hypocritical, because doing 8-hour streams and not stretching, that's definitely not good for my back or shoulders or anything. But you know, that definitely opened my eyes. I'm just like, oh shit, I need to Need to make sure I don't end up like him because you know I'm still young, dumb, and full of cum, bro. I ain't trying to like have any chronic back issues. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have it like when I'm 60, 70, whatever. I don't care. Just as long those issues don't touch me while I'm still young. I mean, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Wait until you hit 30. You'll find things hurt that you didn't know could hurt. Surprise me, too. Holy shit. I mean, you know, it's coming to all of us at some point. Some of us earlier than others, for sure. But if you lead a somewhat healthy life with a somewhat healthy diet, should be good. Should be good. You could postpone the chronic pain. Oof, I'm hitting 30. I mean, in about 4 years, I'm gonna be hitting 32. So you and me, Drex, maybe you sooner than me, from what it sounds like. But listen, 30 is still young. I feel like when people hit 30, they start losing their shit. Like I will start losing my shit once I'm in like my 40s. That's when I'm gonna be like, holy shit, I'm getting old. But 30s, I'm gonna treat that like it's like the continuation of my 20s, because 30 really isn't that old or old at all. But again, it's all about leading that healthy life. If you're out here eating bags of chips, drinking that fucking 7-Up and Mountain Dew and shit every day, all day, then that's just gonna catch up to you for sure. So, you know, you got to treat yourself every now and then. I get it, but you know, exercise regularly, drink your water, you know, do your thing, eat your greens. You know, people are coming into the stream like expecting fake granddaughter talk, but here I am talking about. You know, I'm in my mid-20s talking about like, yeah, you guys need to eat better. Like I'm some kind of dietitian or something. Essentially just turned 32 on the 2nd and everything fucking hurts. God damn. All right. You gotta scare me like that. You know, I you know, you guys are being honest with me. I get it. I'm gonna try my best to not fear the 30s, but you know, the more I hear about it, people are telling me. Energy drinks are no good. Never drink that stuff. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm sure there are like certain energy drinks out there that are healthier than others, but especially like the ones you should avoid. If you have to drink an energy drink because of work or you need caffeine or whatever, then fuck it. But the ones you should 1000% avoid are the ones that are like cracked with sugar. You don't want to get them shits like 20 grams of added sugar or whatever. That's what's gonna kill you. That's the first thing you should look at for. The second thing you should look at for is if it doesn't have sugar, well what does it have, you know? And then at that point you just realize that all of them are just unhealthy and you're just fucked. At that point, just drink coffee, fuck it. And I go to the gym on the regular. God damn. Yeah, I don't go to the gym, but I'm pretty active. You know, walk my dog. I do housework. Last week I climbed the roof to fix a leak in my roof, you know, of my house. You know, I'm a very physical individual, despite the way I look. You know, I look like a scrawny little Filipino Asian boy, but under this jacket, 6-pack abs, striations. No, I'm kidding. I wish I did though. Like one of my goals in life, I don't know when I'm gonna actively, you know, try to do it, but I definitely want to get a 6-pack at some point, you know, because them 6-packs look pretty good. They look pretty good. You know, I'm trying to look sexy for my girl. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. Right now I have like a average body, I guess. Or I wouldn't call myself fat, but you know, I wouldn't call myself like super skinny. You know, I'm like down the middle. You know, I'm decently built, but I definitely don't have striations or like abs or whatever. One day though, one day, I'm trying to cosplay my boy Gil. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna cosplay him, I gotta get that 6. No, I'm never gonna cosplay him. I'm gonna be real. I don't want to disrespect him. I'll probably cosplay like I actually not probably, but this year for Anime Expo, I'm gonna be cosplaying Iori from Samurai Remnant, because this year's Anime Expo is gonna be Edo Japan themed, which is the era in Japan that Samurai Remnant takes place in. So I was like, that's a perfect event to cosplay Iori, and my girlfriend's gonna be cosplaying Saber. So it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be a perfect time to cosplay those 2 characters. But obviously I don't have to work out like super crazy to cosplay him, because he doesn't really show what's underneath. He's probably chiseled to the gills though. He's probably hella chiseled. You know, he's a swordsman. You know, all he does every morning is swing his sword. So he's definitely chiseled under all that Japanese clothing, all those rags and whatnot. But I'm not gonna try too hard. Your belief in things can feel physical pain, by the way. Oh no, the power of the mind. I don't mean to get deep, but I think I learned this in either psychology or some other class. I'm not sure what. But the power of the mind is, it's crazy. Like if you believe, like the placebo effect, that's a crazy. Like if you Google the placebo effect, if you don't know what it is, that's crazy that people could be tricked into thinking that like a certain pill could cure an illness or cure their pain or whatnot, when in reality the pill like that you're taking is like nothing but like a sugar pill or something. But if you believe it works, if you believe it's helping you, then you somehow trick your body into displaying those results that you want. It's crazy. In some ways you're kind of lying to yourself though, but you know, that's besides the point. That's so cute. Yeah. I mean, my girlfriend already ordered the cosplay. I need to order mine. She already ordered it. Cosplay is actually pretty expensive. Most people who don't like cosplay or like maybe just don't really do research or whatever, like me, probably think cosplaying is like, oh yeah, it's like putting on a Halloween costume. It's like $30, $40 at best. Nah, if you want to look good, if you want to like cosplay and like actually look like the character, actually respect the character and whatnot, you gotta put in like a couple $100 almost, you know what I'm saying? So my girlfriend spent like damn near 200 on the saber outfit along with the wig. I think she's still looking for the sword, so I gotta buy mine. I gotta buy mine because she's obviously committed, and I'm not about to screw her over. Like, no, I'm not gonna get my cosplay. I didn't think we were actually gonna do it. Now we're committed. We gotta go. We gotta go with it. Damn, I've been streaming for about 45 minutes. I think I'll stream for another maybe 15 or so minutes, and then probably gonna wind down because again, I didn't want to stream for too long. I am gonna be busy tomorrow, so I don't want to expend all my energy. Plus, I will be streaming for Ordeal Called 2 next week, which will be a significantly longer stream, most likely. Probably 4 hours at least, and 8 hours at most. This coming Tuesday, the 19th or the 20th, depending on where you live. Ordeal Called 2 is scheduled for March 20th. And depending on where you live, because it is Japan time when it comes out, it could be the 19th. Well, it's midnight over here on the East Coast, so I'm headed to bed. Night, I had fun on my first stream of yours today. Oh, thank you very much for the kind words. Good night. And I hope to see you again in the future, Aniko Serenity. And remember, your next set of gacha rolls, because you did subscribe, is going to be Dummy OP with the sauce. And I didn't kill this enemy, which is not Dummy OP with the sauce, but that's okay. Yeah, it's that endurance, Drax. It's definitely that endurance. Well, that sucks. Okay, let's just kill them like this, I guess. In the meantime, while we're winding down the stream, if you guys have any... Like, I enjoyed this bit a couple of streams ago when you guys just asked me random-ass questions. If you guys want to ask me random-ass questions, I don't care how personal you want to get. I don't care how off-pocket you... I mean, don't go too far. Don't go too far. But ask me anything, I'll answer it as honestly as I could. So, how many streamers can you say does that? You know, I'm just saying. Just saying. So, ask me anything you want. I will answer as honestly as I can. Unless you go too far. Are you a clone of Albert? No, well, to be fair, Albert came after me. Albert came after me. I started streaming FGO back in... Well, I started just YouTube in general back in like 2015. Not Fate, obviously. Fate wasn't a thing until late 2015. And then NA wasn't a thing until 2017. But I was in this space long before he was even like conceived. You know, back when I was like doing reaction videos to random ass anime, he was, I don't know what the hell he was doing. So he's a clone of me, to be honest. Yeah, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. All right, it's just the beanies, I guess. Yeah, no, I mean, I always wear my beanie. He always does too. So You know, he's kind of stealing my channel. Like, Albert, if you're watching, which you probably aren't, but in the off chance you are, why are you stealing my style, dog? Like, you could be wearing FGO merch. You could be wearing all this different Aniplex stuff that you could be wearing, but you're deciding to take the outfit, take the look of your favorite FGO YouTuber. That's crazy, Albert. That's crazy. And thank you for making me your favorite, Albert. I'm just saying. But you shouldn't be you know, jacking my style. At least give me some credit, you know? At least give me some credit. You two have been in the same room, I guess. That's true. That's true. We have interacted. We've taken a picture together. But that doesn't mean he doesn't jack my style, you know? Just because I'm, you know, very civil with him doesn't mean it's 100% cool. I might as well like file a lawsuit against him, you know? He's stealing my property, my physical property. I hate that Spriggan so much. Even my 120 max 40 Buki can't cleanly clear. Yeah, I mean, it. You know, if I have the right cards, like not right now, then clearing the Spriggans is not that bad. But obviously, in the last battle, it didn't really work out, and probably this battle as well. Actually, Drax, I asked you what your favorite book was earlier. You said one of the Game of Thrones books. What's your favorite anime? That might be like a rhetorical question, because you might be like, oh, it's obviously Fate, duh. But you know, even then, like, which Fate is your favorite? If Fate is your favorite, it probably isn't, but in the chance it is, which Fate? And this question is for everybody. If you guys want to answer, what's your favorite anime and why? Those questions are always interesting. Fate is up there, obviously. Clearly. You know, same thing for me. It's probably my favorite series, but as far as like a single anime that's not tied to a larger series, I think my favorite's still probably Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. You could argue that Full Metal Alchemist is part of a series because it had the first series and then, or like the first anime and then the Brotherhood anime, but you know, besides the point. Code Geass's fave. Yeah, Code Geass definitely in my top 10 still. And Code Geass is one of the first legit anime I've ever seen. And it's still up there. Like, the story is just god tier. God tier. Code Geass, Full Metal Alchemist. Death Note I really like. Obviously towards the end, most people would agree it kind of dropped off. But I still put Death Note in my top 10. Never watched Bleach or Naruto. I played a lot of the Naruto games for like the PS2 and like the GameCube. I think GameCube. It might just be PS2 and like PS3 and whatnot. But never actually sat down and like watched like even 10 episodes of the damn anime. So can't call myself a Naruto fan necessarily. But I have played the games and I do know a lot of the story. Fruits Basket or Sailor Moon, since it brought me to the world of anime. Ooh, yeah. Growing up, I was more of like a Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho kind of guy. I don't think, at least the channels that I watched anime on, I don't remember ever seeing like Sailor Moon. And I know now at this point Sailor Moon was a lot of people's like one of their childhood anime. I never watched it before. Maybe one day I will. You know, a lot of people love it for a reason, so it must be pretty good, I guess. Never got into One Piece. I watched a bit of One Piece when I was younger. That was actually one of the first anime I've watched as well. But obviously with how long it is at this point, I don't really have any. I don't have it in me to catch up because it's really long and it's still continuing. I heard that they're gonna remake One Piece, but make it like they're gonna cut a lot of the fat. I don't know if that's true. If it is true, then I'm definitely gonna watch it because people call it like a goated anime, and I'm just like, well, you know, it has over 1,000 episodes. Of course, there's gonna be like amazing parts in there somewhere, but how much of that 1,000 episodes is actually good versus just like random shit happening? Like, can you call that goated? So hopefully, if they remake it with like a much more condensed focus on the main story kind of thing, then I'm definitely gonna watch that. But as far as like the anime as it is right now, I don't have time for that shit. Yeah, I'm watching Furion as well, which is pretty good. It's a slow burn, but when it gets good, it gets really good. So, and the story is really good as well. Yeah, watching Inuyasha, Card Captor Sakura, love Hino stuff I watched when I was a kid. Yeah. What else did I watch when I was a kid? There's that Zatch Bell. That's an anime, right? I watched Zatch Bell. That was when I don't remember shit from it, but like that's one of the earlier anime I've watched. And of course, you know, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, which I don't really count them. But you know, they're still classified as anime, so you kind of have to count them. That's kind of my childhood right there. Madoka, well, obviously that didn't come out when I was like, you know, 8 or anything, so probably wouldn't have been a good anime to watch at like 7 years old or anything, but that's definitely still one of my favorite anime as well. Just redefined the magical girl genre, and it generally has a really good story as well. And the new movie is going to be coming out relatively soon, so that's going to be exciting to see how they wrap up the story. Does Avatar: The Last Airbender count? Rewatching it right now on book 3. Some people consider it anime, but like if you think about it and you do your research, it's not at all anime, but it's clearly inspired by anime. I'm pretty sure the directors and like the artists and whatnot have said that it is inspired by anime, which you could clearly tell from the art style and how they you know, they have like chibi-fied faces in certain scenes, and even the storytelling is really anime-esque as well, but it's not anime. It's still an amazing cartoon. Like if we're gonna be talking about cartoons and like, you know, Western cartoons, definitely in the top 5, if not number 1, for me. I really gotta think about that, but there's really not too many other cartoons, at least when I was growing up, that was like leaning really heavy on the story. Like Avatar was one of the only cartoons that was really story driven. I think a lot of cartoons nowadays, like I think like Adventure Time and what's that, I don't remember what that cartoon's called. I haven't watched like Western cartoons in a long time, but a lot of them have like stories now, like main stories that they follow that story throughout. Whereas back then, you know, stuff like SpongeBob and Ed and Eddie, you know, those kind of cartoons, they don't follow like a main storyline. Everything's very episodic rather than like following one thing. It's American anime. Well, I mean, anime is to Japanese people, if I'm not mistaken, anime to them is just cartoons. They don't call it cartoons, obviously, but that's what it is to them. But to us, anime is anime. So I wonder what they call American cartoons over there now that I think about it. But yeah, favorite cartoon probably Avatar. Just because again that story is pretty good. I know they did a live action, and I'm not talking about the live action movie that was just atrocious. There's apparently, not apparently, but there 1000% is a live action Netflix series that came out a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to watch it because it actually looked promising based on the trailers, and just based on the fact that the original directors have a hand on the live action, on the Netflix live action, so it looked promising at the very least. But after it came out, I've heard nothing but like negative things about it, if not at the very least very lukewarm opinions about it. Like clearly it wasn't like when you're being compared to the original series, and this could be applied to like not only Avatar but like other shows and anime, cartoons, whatever, live action. When you're comparing the original material to like a remake or a live action adaptation, it's very hard to live up to those expectations. So I already knew that the live action wasn't going to be as good as the cartoon, but I was hoping it was going to be at least you know, watchable. It's going to be decent. But apparently, they did quite a few changes that a lot of original fans were not okay with. One of the changes that isn't really like big, like a big spoiler that I saw, was apparently like if you remember the cartoon, you know, the way Aang flies around, he glides. He doesn't really fly unless he's in the Avatar state. But he usually uses his glider to glide around. You know, his staff turns into a glider, and then that's how he flies around. In the live action, for some reason, they made it so he could just fly without a glider, like he could just float. Which is an interesting change. I mean, lore-wise, it kind of makes sense. An airbender should just be able to fly on command. It just kind of makes sense, but that's just one of many changes that I heard that was like a lot of fans were not okay with. So I decided not to watch the live action because I feel like it would just piss me off. So maybe it's better than I think it is, but when literally everybody and their mother is saying it's not good, then it's kind of difficult for me to muster up the courage to give it the time of day, I guess. All right, well, there goes that, I guess. And I think, all right, so that was the perfect end to the stream, because I've been streaming for pretty much an hour. So after this quest, I think I'm gonna wind down, and of course this Spriggan, this son of a bitch, this motherfucker. Is it Jover? It's over as long as there's nothing else to talk about. Again, if you have any final things to say, ask me now, because I will answer it as honestly as you want me to. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching. It's my first stream in a while, so the few of you guys who decide to stop by and say hello, I appreciate it. And I will be streaming again this coming Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on where you live. I will be streaming Ordeal Call 2 in JP, and that should be a significantly longer stream because I will be actually playing through a main story chapter. God bless everyone. Look for Christ. Thank you, Drex. I appreciate that. Kind words. And just as a general blanket statement, hopefully everyone is doing great. Hopefully everyone this past couple months have been having a great 2024. Your gacha rolls have been good. Your personal life has been even better. Hopefully everything's just good. Hopefully everything's just good. That's all I'm hoping. And hopefully you guys are hoping the same thing towards me. If you're wishing but nothing but negative things towards me, then why are you watching? I'm kind of scared of you. Please leave. But I'll see you guys later. Again, don't forget to like on your way out. And I will be streaming again on the 20th. So I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Yeet.